What's up, Brian Tong here, and after the recent FaceTime bug that can give someone access to your microphone and camera without any permission whatsoever, I had to do this as a tech fan, as someone who is deep in the Apple ecosystem and someone who has used and enjoyed their products over the past 30 years. I think timing can be everything, and this whole FaceTime bug has made it clearer than ever before how it's time for Apple to humble themselves. This is a different Apple. I've been thinking about this for a while, but instead of continuously falling in love with their over-the-top marketing claims and laughing at their petty ways, it's time they realize that they're just like any other company, even if some of you don't want to hear that. So, here's the issue. If you haven't seen it in action already, you can call someone on FaceTime on iOS 12.1 and later right now, and while it's calling, if you add your own name to the call like a group FaceTime, once you do that, you'll immediately hear the other person on the line through their microphone before they've accepted the call. This allows you to eavesdrop on their conversation moments before they pick up that call at all, completely violating their privacy without them even knowing it. Now, on top of that, if the recipient of the FaceTime call presses their power button, it ends up sending their video feed to you before they've even accepted the call as well. So this FaceTime bug allows you to access someone's iPhone, microphone, and potentially even their camera without their knowledge and permission, and it also works using macOS. And yeah, that's a bad apple. Now, there are people out there who already went in at me and said, you're just sharing this information and making it a bigger deal than it is, but it is a big deal. It's a complete violation of privacy. And in a statement responding to the bug, Apple says, we're aware of this issue and we have identified a fix that will be released in a software update later this week. But until then, if you want to, you can just disable FaceTime in the settings if you want. I would suggest you do that. Apple's already taken action and killed group FaceTime on the server side for now, which is the right move, and it seems to have stopped the bug for now until an iOS update gets released. I tried to replicate it after I did it a couple times, but it doesn't work. Now, Tim Cook even posted a tweet on Data Privacy Day, the day the FaceTime bug was revealed. Timing probably wasn't a coincidence, but he was calling for vital privacy protections. And then just a few weeks ago at CES in Las Vegas, where Apple put up this huge ad plastered on a hotel directly across from the Las Vegas Convention Center so everyone could see it, right? It said, what happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone. Well, that didn't age well. And at the time, it was a direct dig at Amazon and Google with some of their privacy breaches they've had with their smart assistant products. Apple has always prided themselves on their security, and they have really beaten us over the head with it. Now, Apple, they've never had a physical presence at CES. They've never done a billboard like this for the 11 years that I've been to the show. So it was a real petty dig for everyone to see. And also, I even said it on my Apple Bits XL audio podcast on January the 11th. Apple's got to be careful when they do something like this. Don't tell me what happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone. Maybe it does now because of the secure enclave, but you got to be careful when you throw out that type of stuff. And also, if you end up having a massive leak or something stupid that happens, this ends up looking completely hypocritical and just stupid. So we're here now, and I'm saying it's time for Apple to take a slice of that humble pie. And maybe instead of their old school mantra of think different, it's time for Apple to act different. Now, we just had this FaceTime bug. In the past year, there's been a whole lot of other major incidences. The revelation that Bendgate actually did affect the performance of the iPhone is directly related to the touch disease screen issue. Apple only came clean once it was revealed that they knew about it the entire time, as far back as the 6 Plus from court documents, right? They knew about it for years, they did nothing, and they were going to keep this hidden until court documents came out. Then another thing, Apple also admitted they had been throttling the performance of customers' phones as their batteries aged without customer knowledge, and then, they did the right thing. They stepped up and offered a 29 battery replacement for that, but they still did that. iOS 11, that was the buggiest iOS ever, with update after update after updates on recent updates. And then there's been constant product delays for the AirPods, to the HomePod, to iOS 11 features, and then we're still waiting for the AirPower that was supposed to arrive last year. And please, Don't get me started with their bent iPad Pro response. I'm going to go crazy there. But look, that entire list that I just went through, all of that happened in just the last year. So Apple has been kind of caught up in their own hype machine, over-promising and under-delivering, that even their loyal customers are getting turned off to all because of all these missteps. And I know this because you all tell me. But the realization is that Apple still does make some great products, not all of them, but they do. But they're also just like any other company, and instead of falling in love with their marketing slogans and them touting a superiority that just really doesn't exist anymore, here's my advice to you, Apple. Let your products and services do the talking for you. Focus on innovation, because that's what made us love you in the first place. And I think that we would all appreciate a more thoughtful, realistic, and more humble Apple in 2019. All right, if you like this video, thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell to get the latest videos from me when they drop. And if you want to go even deeper with the Apple world, just check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast. We get the stories that matter, and you can also support the audio podcast and really everything I'm doing. It's all independent at patreon.com/Brian Tong with some cool rewards for those of you that support. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care and be safe. And, let's hope for a more humble Apple in 2019. Cross my fingers. We'll see if it happens.